Hi, welcome to another in a series of videos that I've made on aquaponics filtration. This time I'm going to be discussing one of the three filters that I'll have in my sump tank. I'll be using the Sun Submersible Pump, the JP022. Hope you can see that. I got them two for $19.99 on Amazon. They pump 600 liters an hour, and they only consume 8 watts of power each. So I'm going to actually have one in my sump tank and one in my fish tank. I'm just showing you the ways that I'll be using mine and some different options that you can have. One option is that you can just take a sponge, cut a little hole in it with some scissors, and just pop it in and just set that right on the bottom of your tank. You might want to disconnect the aerator because you wouldn't be using that because this would be underwater, unless you attach a longer hose to it and have the end run out of the tank. But I won't be using this because this requires too much maintenance. This will clog often and will require me to reach inside my tank, which I don't like to do. I don't like putting my hands in the tank. I want it to be as clean as possible. If you're a cigarette smoker, which I'm not, the nicotine on your hands can actually disease your plants. I don't know if you know that or not, but if you don't, you do now. So let's get rid of this. And what I will be using instead of this water bottle, this is just a water bottle that I cut the top off of, drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom, stick it on, put some media in there. You can put, I'm going to use lava rock. You can use leca pebbles. There's all sorts of media that you can use. I prefer lava rock because it's got a ton of surface area and it's super cheap. I can get a cubic yard for $50. Okay, one bag of clay pebbles is going to cost me $50, and I would use what, 12, 15, 20 bags. So do the math. All right, so I'm not going to be using this in my system. I just wanted to show you how simple it is to just DIY your own filter. Okay, this little container I got from the dollar store. This container I got from the dollar store. It's a cake pan. What I'm going to do with this is drill a bunch of holes in the bottom of it. Use a hole saw to cut a hole in the top. And I'm just going to stick my pump right on top, like this. Well, it'll sit. There you go. I'm just going to sit it right on top like that. I'm going to fill this with lava rock, which is, like I said, is my favorite media. And I don't know if you can see, there's a bunch of suction cups in there. When that lava rock's in there, it's going to push down on these suction cups. I didn't want to put the suction cups on the bottom because I don't want this to stick to the bottom of my tank. I need to be able to move it around, take it out if necessary. Okay? But these suction cups, you won't be able to see that, but these suction cups have little feet on them, little clips that are supposed to hold your hose. Okay? So I put them on the bottom so that as it's sitting in the bottom of my tank, the weight of the lava rock will push down on those suction cups and actually provide a gap between the bottom of my tank and all of these holes that I've drilled on the bottom so that I get a nice even water flow. And like I said, this is $1. This is $10. This is $1. This was $10. So for $22, I've got a extremely low maintenance filter in both my sump and my fish tank that will run all night long for 8 watts each. I won't be running my main water pump during the evening because I don't want the sound of my grow beds emptying through my bell siphon to create excess noise and disturb my neighbors. If you're like me, your house or apartment is right next to your neighbors. My goal in building my system was to make it as quiet as possible, as inexpensively as possible, and use the least amount of electricity as possible. So I hope you watch my other videos because it's a great way to get organic food. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down.